Hold on. I think it's about that time. I ain't gonna lie with y'all. It's about to get real tragic in here, right? I told you, I'm not playing no games, bro. I'm not playing no games, bro. You know what it is about? It's gonna be about a lot of mentorship today. If I could have a lot of mentorship, a lot of people that want to tap in, that's what I want, right? I want people that want to tap in, right? It's gonna be one of those, right? Hey. Damn, I ain't even see. Damn, y'all came in fast. I ain't even see y'all. Miss Manifest, what's good? Nick, what's good? Yo, yo, it's gonna be one of
Yo!
those. Yeah. Listen,
Woo-wee!
we about to turn it up. You know, this title was inspired by brother Nick, right? I really want to go in with this one because Nick only has a short window. He's gonna be busy today, right? So my brother said, "Man, I got a short window, man. I can come in and do this, right?" So I want to see, what's going on. I'm pinging the room up. I'm gonna share up the room, but I'm passing it up to brother Nick, man. I want to know what made him influenced to do this title, why he chose to do this title, and then you already know I'm gonna get it started. You know I got the music, I got everything, but I'm passing it over to brother Nick. Let's keep it rocking, man. Let's go.
If you ain't ready, man, you better get ready because the fire that's gonna be dropped in this room, let me tell you, is about to ignite. It's about to spark. It's about to pour up. This room is gonna be fire. Reason being is because we all talk about motivation, right? From someone that lives, breathes, and dies by motivation, it's nothing without discipline. It's nothing without action to follow it. And the reason why I came up with this specific topic, because a lot of people are motivated, are ambitious, have blood going through their veins, like they're pumped and they're ready to go to get their day started, but they lose that motivation around halfway through the day. And it's so hard to be motivated the whole 24 hours. Because when you wake up at 6, 7, 8 a.m. in the morning, you feel like you're ready to go. You feel like you're ready to win the day. You're going to attack the day. Nothing's going to stop you, not even you, right? But then halfway through, you lose that motivation. But that's where the discipline comes in. As motivated as you can be, if you are not disciplined with action to follow, with pressure to be applied, you are always going to fall short. And so many people I see, especially in my profession or any other profession, they're so vigor, they're so hungry for it, but they're missing that one key ingredient. You know how you make that one great dish and you're missing that one key ingredient? This is that ingredient. If you are not disciplined to keep going throughout the whole 24 hours, well, as entrepreneurs, we know you're going to fall a bit short. And that's not to discredit the progress that you've made, but you got to be realistic with yourself. So many times people fall short and they give up because they're not as committed to it. They're not as embedded to it. They're not as being able to stand by what they say. And I spoke in a room earlier this morning. A lot of people, believe it or not, and I'm guilty of this too because I went through the same thing when I started. I was always of this mindset that I always had to be perfect. Now, perfectionism is not real, it's an illusion, just like fear is. That fear that you have in the back of your mind, it's an illusion, meaning it's not actually there. You're just overthinking and stemming on things that aren't actually happening and or will not happen. And that's why motivation and discipline go hand in hand. You could say that they're two peas in a pod. You could say that they differ from each other, but believe it or not, they're the same thing. The only difference is discipline is going to be consistent, whereas motivation comes and goes. Motivation's a feeling.
Hold up, Nick. Hold up, Nick. Say that again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I need y'all to understand, brother Nick. Say that again, bro. Please say it again, bro. Please.
Motivation is a feeling. Discipline is consistent. Motivation is a feeling. It comes and goes like any other emotion. Just like you experience sadness, anger, bitterness, whatever emotion you're feeling, you're going to be just as consistent with discipline But motivation, it comes and goes. Like I mentioned in the beginning of my speech, I said, when I get to noontime, 1 o'clock of the day, I lose that motivation. Like when I hear a good song, like this one specific song, every time I can listen to a Meek Miller Future song, I go in the gym and I'm pumped up. After my workout, that motivation is gone. It's gone. But I'm disciplined because I know what I want. The one thing that makes me so disciplined, and this is something that has helped me not only just in my public speaking journey, but my entrepreneurial journey. The one thing that I constantly think about, whether I'm in the gym, whether I'm working on my app, whether I'm doing my speech, I always have
Yo,
this thought in the
Nick,
back of my
hold on.
mind.
You said the app. Don't just go over that like that's just a little deal, bro. The app. Talk about the app real quick too, Nick. Man, it's that's powerful because people get to tune into Nick, right? Because y'all already know I made this club, so y'all already know what's going on. My people's gonna come over here. We gonna really shine the light. But Nick, tell them how much motivation people can get just tuning in to the app, bro. What's going on? Talk to me, bro.
Man, listen, I'm glad you brought that up, Stack. That's why I got people like Stack in my corner. So if you notice the shirt in my PTR, that's my company, Only the Motivated. Now, as I alluded in my speech, I'm all about motivation, but discipline got to follow it. And I made an app specifically because my community is of motivated individuals. If you are not a determined, ambitious individual, you cannot be a part of this community because I hold everybody accountable in my community to strive not only for greatness, but to be the very best version of themselves. And this app, specifically, I designed it where it sends you two notifications a day at 8 a.m. in the morning, right when you wake up, starting your day, and 5 p.m. in the afternoon. The reason why I did that specifically is because, like we just talked about, motivation comes and goes. Sometimes I caught myself around 1, 2 in the afternoon, and I just don't feel as vigor as I did when I woke up. That's why you got to keep the consistent energy throughout your day. If you don't implement these strategies to show up for yourself and be better, you're always going to fall short. And again, that's not to discredit or diminish you as a person, but you got to be realistic with yourself. You got to say to yourself, there's some things that I need to do better. There's some things that I need to improve on. I need to go back to the drawing board and figure out where I can improve on those gray areas. Because again, even for me, I have made a lot of mistakes in my journey, but that does not make me a terrible person. That does not mean that I'm a failure. That just means I got to go back to the drawing board. Sometimes you got to be real with yourself, but a lot of people, Stack, like we talk about motivation, discipline, and in every speech or topic that we're discussing, a lot of people, they just can't be real with themselves. If you consider yourself an entrepreneur or a creative or someone of ambition, you got to be real honest with yourself. This journey that you always consistently speak on, if you are not implementing or applying strategies or pressure to figure out what you really want, there's going to be a lot of people that pass over you and opportunities that consistently pass over you. And you're going to wonder why things aren't working out for you. But I'll yield with this because I want people to chime in on this. This is very important to talk about. The discipline aspect, like I alluded to, one thought in the back of my mind, whether I'm doing a speech, whether I'm at the gym, whether I'm by myself, the one thought I consistently think of, and I'm sure someone can agree with this, I think of all the times where people wrote me off, where people doubted me, where they said I wouldn't be anything, whether it was my old school teachers, whether it was friends I used to hang out with, whether it was just me by myself, when I was in my own head. I would constantly think about all the times where all that negative energy that I constantly eluded into my life for no reason. I always use that as fuel. We always talk about the fuel, right? And people are fearful of taking the next step. I'm gonna tell you something. Fear is like fire. Fear is like fire. And I posted this today on my Instagram. I want you to really listen to this. Fear is like fire. It can either keep lighting up inside of you and consume you, or you could put that fire out. I'm gonna say it again. Fear is like fire. You can let it burn up inside of you and consume you, or you can put the fire out. You gotta decide that you gotta make the ultimate decision for yourself. Stack, let's keep this conversation going, man. I'm looking forward to hearing what we gotta
I
say.
Ooh-wee.
just want to say something.
I don't know, man. I
I
think
just
I think Nick. Listen, I think Nick started it up. This is inspired by brother Nick. I want y'all to know, first room for media mentors inspired by brother Nick. Put a fire emoji in the chat real quick, cause people gonna start going in. We gonna start going in, right? Who's coming out? I think I heard
I
Angelica. I heard
I
Misfit.
said
Britt,
something.
who's that?
Yeah,
Listen,
let me go after her, bro.
listen,
I got a meeting quick.
Let me hit Britt real quick,
listen,
Mojo. She
listen.
she got a little short window. Let me hit Britt. Go ahead.
Listen, I need to see those fire emojis coming through because Nick just snapped. Can y'all drop fire emojis in the chat right now? Matter
Let's
of fact,
go.
I I need listen. I need my moderators to unmute your mic right now and make some noise
Let's
for
go,
brother
Nick,
Nick.
bro. Let's go, man. Make sure
Make
y'all
some
Woo!
noise.
know what it is.
Make some noise. Listen. First of all, I am super excited to be in this room. And first of all, I want to pass it back to Stack the Pack for even allowing us to come into this room today. Nick, you killed everything that you just said. I totally resonate. And I want to piggyback on that because when you all just heard Nick talk about that discipline and that motivation, listen, I've been a fitness expert now for the past 12 years. I am the queen of discipline as it relates to you toning and building your body. Your body is your brand. And I want to know first off, how many powerful career women and men, entrepreneurs and leaders do we have in this room right now? Can you guys drop some fire emojis in the chat if you know you are powerful and this is still your record breaking year? Let me share something with you. Motivation, like Nick said, it comes and it goes. We cannot rely on that motivation. When the birthday is over, the anniversary, your promotion, you stepping on that major stage, you starting that business, growing that business, when that date goes bye-bye, you only have that discipline to rely on. So what do you have to do? You gotta look at what type of motivation drives you. Many times as leaders, especially those of you who are high achievers in this room right now, listen, how many of you all can agree that when you're not seeing the results that you desire, you're like, I'm disappointed. Like, what's happening here? Let's go, let's get it. You got to see what drives you. It's either intrinsic. Y'all drop this in the chat. I'm gonna drop this for you real quick. You are either drive intrinsically, externally, or obligation. Intrinsic is like, this feels good to me. Like Nick said, it's a feeling. I can do this. I don't need anybody telling me I got to get up and go run, or I don't need anybody telling me to go look at my numbers today for my business. I'm going to do it anyway because this is what feels good to me, right? Those of you who are external motivation, you're like, listen, I need somebody telling me to get up and go run today. Matter of fact, I need somebody on my neck to say, get this workout in. Go ahead and make sure you're getting these new leads and new clients in. You're like, wait a minute, I can win a reward for this. I can win money for this challenge. Oh, bet I'm in it, right? Or obligation motivation. For an example, if somebody's like, you know what, let's go to this party. You're like, you know what, it doesn't make me any difference. I don't really want to go, but I feel obligated to go because my friend invited me to. I'm a woman and man of my word. I have integrity. Matter of fact, my coach is telling me I need to drink this water today. Let me make sure I stay on top of it because he or she is watching me. Listen, we can be all three. So don't stop and don't give up. Give yourself grace today if you falling off track. It's always the time to get back into alignment and get that discipline that you need. Find out what motivation drives you, and I'm telling you now, the body, the business, and the bank account that you desire, it comes from your routine. Everybody drop the word routine in the chat. Your daily
Routine,
habits.
that routine.
What is your routine? Is your routine moving you forward or keeping you stuck? What time are you waking up in the morning, right? Are you reading your word? Are you praying more? Are you meditating? Whatever you need to do to light your fire, that's what you need to be doing. We're not going into 2024 the same way we came into 2023. So if you know that you
Ooh,
want
hold
to
up,
show
Britt.
up
Say that
differently,
again,
yeah.
Britt.
Yeah,
Bring it
we're
back,
not going
Britt.
into 2024 the same way we came into 2023. No, it's time to show up and show out. This is still your record breaking year and there's still time. Can you guys drop the word time in the chat? There's still time. So don't doubt yourself. Stay motivated. Stay connected into these rooms. Make sure you're following all the moderators in here because everybody here is going to help push you forward to your next level. There's no silly questions. So ask the questions that you need today to get the help that you need because we're here to serve you. So let's go. I'm passing it back to you, Stack.
Yo,
Ooh-wee.
secret to your success is changing your daily routine, man.
I
She went
told you,
crazy.
she went crazy. She went crazy. Listen, if you guys are just now joining, we're talking about, this title today, right? That was inspired by Brother Nick. It's about to get bananas in here. I want everybody to have a voice. Make sure you ping the room up, share the room up. I got my brother Tony in here, got JT in here, Angelica in here, Mango just pulled up. Look, Miss Manifest here, Miss Self Love. We about to get crazy. Ping this room up, share this
Let's
room
go,
up.
Stack.
God damn it, Mojo, what it do, man? What we
Yo,
do,
yo,
bro?
look, man. It's like this, cause I gotta kind of make it quick. It's like, you know how I'm motivated, right? I'm talking to y'all. The reason I'm glad that I waited. I'm glad that I let her go, cause I needed that. Cause right now I'm making moves, JT. Remember that plan? Remember that plan I told you how we gonna get to that bag? I'm gonna show you how to get to that bag. So look, and I'm blessed that my brother Nick even came up with this. So I was taking notes. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm Chat GPT, boys. Well, you know what I'm saying? That was the only reason why I'm quiet. I'm over here speaking to the Chat GPT, making things happen, right? So this is what I was talking about, right? And I was taking notes and just wanted to introduce myself to, introduce myself to y'all, right? I'm Mojo Dojo. You know, I'm the Tech Shinobi Shogun. And I'm gonna tell y'all my name. I'm gonna tell you why, how I stay motivated. Cause I stay motivated by my name. I think my name, my word is my bond. So, I filed for my sovereignty. I do love my father. He named me after him. But I follow my purpose. My purpose is my God. So, my connection to the God, to my God. And I found myself through meditation. And I asked God, what am I? Who am I? What is who is Mojo? Cause American name. So I'm Nigerian, Hawaiian, and Japanese. My American name is Troy Dimitri Miller Jr. Troy is Greek. Dimitri is Italian. Miller, the reason why my name is Miller is because my family was owned by Millers. And I'm only a junior because of my father. So I was like, it was hard for me growing up. I can't resonate with that if I know that my descendants are the last descendants of King Kamehameha, the last king of Hawaii. I can't live like that if I know, I'm Igbo and I'm from Nigeria. I can't live like that. So I found myself, right? So my name that I filed for sovereignty is Hakuran Okuma Asiki. And the H in Haku stands for Horus, which is really Haru. The A stands for Anubis, which is really Anu. The Ku comes from Sun Wukong, the savior of heaven. Okuma means demon in Japanese. Prosperity means, Asiki means prosperity. So my name, Hakuran, Ra, comes from Ra. The N comes from Neth, who gives birth to life. So Hakuran means the being that overcomes his demons through prosperity. So I'm the Tech Shinobi Shogun. Technology is my kung fu. My kung fu is strong. So I was taking notes, right? I've been blessed to meet, Stack and Nick through my brother JT. JT, thank you for pulling up, right? So I told you my purpose. My purpose is to bring prosperity. I want to use, technology and some of the things. I'm really big into AI. I want to use these things
This
to,
is this is why we brought you over here in the media
thank you,
Hey,
house,
bro.
in the media
hey,
mentor.
Stack.
Yeah, look, bro, and
What
I
up?
like you put me on, bro, and it's just like I love you because you saw something in me, and when somebody can look at you through the darkness and see light in you, that's the God in you. That's the purpose, right? So I fuck with Stack because he fucks with my purpose, not my people, and then he invests in my people and not what they can do for them. So that's why I fuck with Stack. That's my brother right there, and I love him. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, right, I'm gonna try to keep it short. I be going crazy sometimes. So I was hearing, like it was the perfection, and I call it, I'm big in the acronym, so I'm on POP, punctual over perfection. I'd rather be punctual than be perfect. I'd rather be on time than be perfect, right? And I focus on feeding me, right? You know what I think me is? I'm a real metaphysical person. Me is my matter and my energy, because based on my energy, that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? And then we were speaking about timing. I'm on God's time, not your time. I'm on divine time. I'm here because I'm a focus on my food, bro. Focusing on my food. You know what I'm saying? Focus only on discipline. That's what I'm feeding myself. Like I said, this isn't a battle. This isn't a skirmish. I'm going into every exhibition like it's war. but you must be at the ready. The calm warrior is the ready warrior. The angry warrior is the weak warrior. If I know what pushes your buttons, if I know what makes you upset, if I know what can get you off of your purpose and make you undisciplined by pressing a button, I can make that in code and I can speak that into AI and make it for you and I can control what you do. That's weakness. We're trying to give you all freedom, freedom to create. And that's all. That's the only reason why we up here, right, Stack? That's the only reason
Come
why
on,
you
man.
you you
Come on.
putting people on. So anybody that's up here right now, I want you to speak because of above anything, I'm all the time over any time. I'm on this shit, this entrepreneur shit. That's why I said it's divine time. People say you got 24 hours. No, you don't. You got as much as the purpose or your source or whatever you believe in, even yourself gives you. You don't got 24 hours. You got right now. That's why it's called the present. The present is a gift. And if we won't waste right now, how you ever gonna, show gratitude to your presence? How can you be appreciative of your own presence if you don't acknowledge your own gifts? So this is what we're here to do. We're gonna here to build, create, learn, and love. And if
Mm-hmm.
anybody needs help on anything, let's work. That's why we here,
Yeah.
Stack. So Stack, put me to
Yeah.
work, bro. I still owe you videos, Stack.
I gotta
I
Yeah.
need
Let's
I
go.
respect
need
he's still the
25
same.
videos,
Good
man.
lord.
I
Let's
need
go.
2 hours of video, and I need to make you 25 clips, bro. Put me to work. I'm tired of just sitting here watching you be great. Let me help.
Let's go,
We all
Mojo.
gotta
I
eat, brother. We
appreciate it.
all
Look,
gotta eat.
we
You
all
right.
gotta eat. Nick, we all gotta eat. Look, that's why I got Mojo up here, bro. He knows a lot about the tech, that AI, right? I want to keep the conversation rolling, right? Brother Nick, put the app at the top, man. I know you wanted to. I want to talk about that, man. I told you that motivation. This is what this room's about. That motivation, that staying disciplined. Like, come on, let's get into the conversation. If you guys are just joining here, share the room out, ping the room out, because I want to get into this conversation more, right? Who want to come in next? Who's trying to take this mic? I'm doing popcorn style for a little while. Who's coming
I
in
think
Come
I
on,
next?
think
y'all. Let's
Mango
All
had
go.
a
right,
Come
hold on,
on,
question.
hold on.
Tony,
I
brother.
think
Let's
What's
go,
Mango
good,
had a
Tony.
question.
Tony? What it do? What's good, brother? Thank you for coming. Let's go.
I think Mango had a question
Mango, what's
first.
good, Mango?
Hey, Stack. Hey, bro. Hey, everybody. Hey, Tony. Yeah, so I see you guys in here talking about business, right? Um, I've been working in production for a few years now, right? But I think this is a really great topic because I actually want to make a career switch. And I'm kind of scared because it's like, um, I've came so far doing what I do. And don't get me wrong, I love doing what I do. But now it's like I really want to get into culinary, like really bad. I could cook my ass off. So my question is, how do you stay disciplined through the first stages? Like, what are some?
Keep going. No, I'm
So
gonna give you some. I'm
Keep
gonna give.
going is like so cliche.
Yeah,
no.
Respectfully,
let me
Hold
give.
on, Miss
sorry.
Manifest. Tony,
Let
after
let me
Tony
get.
speak
Yeah,
too, Miss Manifest speak on that because you were just talking about the
rap,
workshop to help the young lady start the
Because
cookbook
I'm
rap.
to help them
technically
do the
starting
content.
from, well, how I'm looking at it, I think about shit on a network
Mango.
base. You know what I'm
Get your
saying?
pen.
This is a whole
Get your
different
pen.
network.
Get,
It's a whole different,
sister.
you get what I'm saying?
I'm about to pour into you. Get your pen.
Oh, hold on. Give him a drum roll, y'all. Hold
Uh-oh,
on. Show him
uh-oh,
some love, bro.
uh-oh.
Get your pen.
Get the ones in the chat. Get
That's
them
a
ready for
million dollar
Tony.
pen right there,
That's a
Tony.
$1 million pen, you
That's a
heard?
million
That's a
dollar pen. You ever seen a
get
million dollar pen?
it. Put a one in the
Okay.
chat, yo. Let's go, Tony.
All right. Are you ready? Let me know when you're ready because I'm gonna pour into you. Because see, this is the reason why I feel like the reason why y'all don't have money is because y'all ain't helping nobody. If you made it to somewhere, you didn't get that seed for you to keep in your pocket. That seed was for you to plant it for other people to benefit off what you're doing. So Mango, because you came up to the stage and I rock with Stackpack, like a lot of you guys are walking around with $1 million idea with the seed in your pocket. If God told you to go be, if God told you to go be to do culinary, why are you going to sleep with the idea in your head? You got to
Bring that
plan it.
back, Tony. Hold on, Tony. Tony, I'm sorry. I wanted you to finish that whole thought. I need that last 15 seconds. Hey, Stack, give me. You got the rewind? Come on, bro.
Let's go, Tony. Run it
Listen,
back.
listen, Mango. If you were given the gift, of culinary and you feel you're going to sleep with the idea in your head, you don't have to abandon your job. So here's what I'm going to tell you to do. Number one, I'm going to give you a free business plan. If you're committed to the process, then you need to map out what you want to do. Okay. So I'm gonna get you send me your information. I'm gonna give you a free business plan. Now I want you to write this acronym down. COT. Everybody do this too. I want y'all to follow me. COT. Okay. The COT stands for challenge, opportunity, and test. Okay. Here, Mango, you write the business plan. The business plan is going to give you a roadmap that's going to give you the directions on how to establish your business. What are you doing? Who are you doing it for? Why you're doing it? Stackpack will tell you he wrote his business plan. He was already
How
on
how how
Slaughter.
quick was that? How quick was that, Tony?
Stackpack got that plan done in like a week. He got it done immediately. That means he was committed to the process. So, Mango, look, listen. You Once you write your business plan, that's going to give you the roadmap of everything that you need to do because you need a direction. And this is where a lot of people fail at. When you start a plan, what's free is writing the business, writing the plan. When you start an idea, it starts with a plan. You don't create a car without having a plan because that's going to give you a roadmap on what you need to do. Okay. And who your target audience is. So now that you have a target, now you're going to start getting on Instagram and posting. And this I got this from Stackpack. It doesn't matter how good your food is. It doesn't matter who you know. It matters who knows you. Okay. So start posting your recipes on Instagram. And then once you get viral enough, people will you can start your catering company, open up an LLC and make adjustments along the way. It's simple. So the plan is going to tell you what you want your company to be. The plan is going to say, okay, number one, what's my target audience and what's my cuisine? Number two, I can cook and I like to cook, so I need more people to know that I like to cook. That's where social media comes in to grow your audience. Okay. Number three, come in like places like this, and then we'll support you. You grab your link and say, hey, I just cooked this, tell me what you think. And then you have a call to action. Basically, hey, I'm cooking, if you guys want my recipe, download this. So you're driving people to your page. And then you do it, you already like to do it, and this is what a lot of people do. They'll get into business but they don't know why. Well, what I heard from what you just said is that you're doing this business because you love it. You like to cook. So think about it. If you love to cook, what do you do with something that you love? You take care of it, you spend time with it, and then you adjust it. So I'm encouraging you to accept the challenge. Do you accept the challenge of starting your culinary business? Yes or no? Mango?
Sorry, I couldn't get to my mute fast enough. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
And
wait. Just follow me. Follow me. You accept the challenge. Say yes.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
now that challenge is going to lead to the O, which is the what? Opportunity.
Opportunity.
And then what happens after you take a test? You either pass or
You fail.
And then when you pass the test, you get what? Promoted, right? So you can't promote unless you get a challenge accepted. So you have to accept the challenge to build your business. That accepting the challenge, no matter what, if you love it, you're going to get opportunity in there. And opportunity comes with a challenge, right? So if it's hard or difficult to grow, as long as love is the fundamental thing of your business, it doesn't matter what happens in your business because it's happening for you. And that's called growth. Then you get to pass the test of going viral. Challenge opportunity test. Remember that. No matter, and this goes to anybody, guys. If you have a business, you have a problem, it's not a problem, it's a challenge. You have either accept it or you don't. But you're not going to have any opportunity to grow if you don't accept the challenge. That's going to give you an opportunity to growth. And there's no promotion without a test. Okay? You cannot get promoted without a test. You don't have enough money, that's a test.
Hold on. If y'all agree with Tony, put a one in the chat. I need y'all to really understand. Say that again, Tony. Please, bro. And I want them to really understand that. Right? Put a one in the chat if you guys agree. And Tony, bring that back, man. Bring that back. Exactly what you said. Please bring it back. I need them to really understand. Please.
Here's a big part, guys. Listen. What I want people to do right now is I want you guys to put the person that you love the most in the chat. I want you to put their first name. Now, I want every single person in this room to listen to what I'm saying. Put the first person that comes to mind in the chat that you love. Who do you love the most in your life? Now, as you're putting that, I see Aubrey, I see Lindsay, I see T, I see Mommy, I see a couple of people. Now, if you love something, I think discipline is cool and I think motivation is cool. But once you start doing it for someone that you love, do you want that person to be a victim of your procrastination? If the answer is no, then you need to accept the challenge. Okay, I don't have enough money. Accept the goddamn challenge. I don't have enough time. Get up earlier. I want the opportunity where you cannot expect to, you do not deserve something you're not willing to work for. So what in your life are you willing to lose in order to win? What are you willing to lose right now? Is it time? Friends? Whatever it is, you have to accept that challenge in order to get the opportunity to pass the test to get promoted to $1 million business. I want everybody on stage to unmute your mic and repeat after me. Okay? All right. Everybody on stage, unmute your
Let's
mic
go,
and
let's
repeat
go, let's
after me.
go, let's go, Tony. Turn
Everybody
it
on
up.
stage. Okay. I want y'all to repeat after me. I am
I
I
am
I
am
am
a
a
multimillionaire.
a
a
multi-millionaire.
multimillionaire.
I am a
multi-millionaire.
multi-millionaire.
Well, hey,
A
Multi-millionaire.
that's what I'm
multi.
talking about. Well, guess what? If you believe it and you manifest that and you believe in that, then you need to get to work. Put in the work, man. It goes back to the work and who you're doing it for. Motivation is all good and snuggly, and go out there and just be committed. That's great, right? But once you're doing it for someone, you don't want to let that person down. And the question is, do you want whoever you love to inherit your procrastination of getting to the bag? And if the answer is no, accept the challenge. Let's go, Stack, man. Y'all don't made
Ooh.
me, man. I'm telling you right now, man. Y'all done got me fired up, man. I'm telling you. Let's go.
Listen. If y'all enjoying
Yo,
the
Stack.
listen, Nick, what up, bro? It's on you, bro.
Bro, listen, man.
I also want to respond to that after Nick.
Listen, Mango, absolutely. But Mango, you know what? I'm actually going to say this to you real quick. But before I do that, please put a heart up for my brother Tony, man. Tony, I appreciate you, brother. You are a gem dropper in itself. That was a master class. We got to give you love and credit where it's due. So I appreciate you immensely for that. Mango, I want to expand on what Tony said because I really can't add much more to that. People make time for what they want to make time for, especially whether you call yourself an entrepreneur or a creative, whatever you classify yourself as. People make time for what they want to make time for. And if you want to be that culinary genius or guru, which I know you're going to become because I'm speaking that into existence for you, and I know that's what you desire, truthfully, it's not about what others want for you. It's what you want for yourself. And if you want it that badly, like Tony was saying, you're going to find a way to get it done. It don't matter how long it takes. It don't matter what's in front of your path. You're going to find a way to get it done. And until the job is done, you're going to find a way to make it happen. I see it happening for you. And the power of your words and believing what comes out of your mouth, that's a huge amplifier in being able to believe in what you truly want. It's going to come to fruition. Don't worry about the when. Just go out and win. Don't worry about the when. Just go worry about winning. That's all it's got to be. That's all it's got to be. You got this, Mango. We're proud of you. We're here for you, especially as entrepreneurs. It's not easy, but let me tell you, when you locked in on yourself and you bet on yourself no matter the odds, yeah, I can feel that energy shift. There's a huge energy shift coming. I don't know if y'all feel it, but I
Come
feel that
on,
energy
Nick.
shift.
Come
It's
on,
coming.
Nick.
It's coming. Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Look, my brother Nick's here. Lindsay, I see you coming in. I think Mango wants to respond. So Mango, if you want to respond to anything Tony or Nick said, I'm gonna pass it to Lindsay, and then I'm gonna do a quick reset because you know I gotta check in the Miss Manifest, JT, KB. We in the building, Mojo. It's about to get hectic in here, right? It's no games in here when I do this media mentors. MM, we going all the way up. I swear to God. Listen, I'm passing the mic up. Mango, it's on you. You can respond to anything they said, and then we can shoot it up right to Lindsay and keep it rocking. Let's go.
Yeah, I most definitely appreciate the encouragement coming from Tony and Nick. Shout out to you guys. I actually have nothing to respond to what you're saying, but I did want to highlight this. I most definitely see myself being like the Black Martha Stewart, the Bobby Flay, even that one person, because you know I got a bad attitude. What's the one dude name? Gordon Ramsay, the person that be cussing motherfuckers out and shit.
Hell's Kitchen.
I'm not gonna lie to you. No, but I see myself being that great, you know, and I think one of the biggest things that was complex for me when I was actually putting this idea to rest every night, it was more so me trying to find how I can still maneuver and be creative. You know, I know when it comes to food, that's the creativity aspect. But Stack, you know best, like working in production is actually a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Especially like when you can I literally can first of all, I love this shit. I can literally be a set designer one day, you know what I'm saying, a producer the next, you know what I'm saying, month, like a digitech, because I've been doing the shit for so long. So it wasn't a matter of like not having like the money or, you know, I think it was just like, you know, change is different. You know what I'm saying? Like this is all I know. I was even doing this shit in like high school. I've always like, you know, I've always cooked too, but it was more so of like an emotional thing. But you know, I've always like been into like AV, video production, media, music, art, photography, like digital
Yo,
art. I've been in the arts since like high school. So that was the obstacle, like actually making the change. But I also been into food since I was born, and that's what Nick helped me realize when he gave me those words of encouragement and told me I was gonna be the best, because I really am the shit. So, you know, I appreciate you
yes,
guys
you are.
for that uplift, and yeah, thanks. I'm gonna land my plane there.
Mango,
Hey,
I appreciate you. Look, we in the building. Mojo, we in the building. Nick, we in the building. I wanna pass it to Lindsay real quick. I know we it's about to get heated. Everybody about to go crazy, but let me let Lindsay come through and then we can pass it back up. Lindsay, what's good? Over to you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, well, real quick, I want to make sure Mojo didn't have a
Mojo, what's
response because
good? What's
sometimes I
good?
know it's like time.
no,
Yeah.
no, no. Look, man, cause look, Stack. I'm trying to be like you when I grow up, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got AT&T, bro. I just got Xfinity, baby. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I still got to connect with you. You know what I'm saying? I probably got to get a line over there. I need a phone or two. You know, so I need an iWatch or something, right? But Mango. You know what I'm saying? I'm big into the AI. I hear my man Tony. My man Tony talked about the business plan, right? So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have I need a little bit of time. I gotta get back. Gotta do a little bit of running around. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna work with Miss Manifest, right? Hey JT, you know it's crazy when I say what? It's like this. So it's like this. This is what we're gonna do. We're going to sit down. I'm going to come up with a form of 21 questions that are going to be business based. I'm going to have my AI run it. We're going to make an online form, right? This online form is going to have a list of questions to make sure that you have the right things like your business name, your LLC, your Dun and Bradstreet number, if you have a business trust or not, if you have a nonprofit or not. Make sure you have all the legal paperwork or whatever just to see if you have it. Then it's going to be designed to ask you specific questions based on your specific interests or talents, and it's going to create your business plan, text it out, and we're going to email that to Tony. We're going to email that to Miss Manifest. And then outside of that, you said you're in video production. This is easy. This is super easy. Outside of that, once we figure out that you want to create your cookbook, I'll say, ChatGPT, I need you to operate as a business executive that has over 10,000 years of experience and has built 10 billion-dollar companies, but I want you to be humble and never tell anybody about it. After that, create a social media marketing strategy that allows the client to create 3 social media posts, 3 stories, and create 3 scripts. Write those 3 scripts to be used with the ChatGPT plugin within video. Within video, create the video that is optimized within the 45 seconds to 1 minute and 30-second TikTok window. And we're going to print that out. We're going to have that done by this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to Stackpack. Back to you.
Listen, we in the building. I'm telling y'all, if y'all enjoying this conversation, share the room out. We getting crazy. Lindsay, please, over to you. And then we're going to keep this conversation rolling. I'm going to do one quick reset. We're going to dive right in. And I'm going to check in with Miss Manifest and a few others. Listen, it's going to get lit. It's going to get crazy in here. Listen to me. Lindsay, over to you. Let's go.
Oh my goodness, I know it is. It's going to stay lit up from the floor up because you come in with that energy and Stack. That's what leaders do. They lead by doing, not from, inside, not from, the top, but from truly being inside and doing the dang thing. And I loved what, when Nick was saying that the difference between motivation and discipline and how motivation is an emotion, right? We go through feeling motivated. It's a feeling. It's literally like you feel motivated, you feel energized, and then you may feel something different. Discipline is action. It's doing the thing even when the feeling isn't aligned. It's knowing what your end objective is. It's the continuation of follow through even when you don't fucking feel like it. Like that is how you have true success. It's how you build success because so often we think that our actions are supposed to be related to our feelings. Listen, I can get caught in feeling triggered. I literally sent Stack a text not even long ago about something that is 100% triggering to me. Like it is something that I hate to see. I think it's complete bullshit in this world. And when I see it, it gives me a whole lot of feelings. And if I allow of that phone call.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
If I allowed that feeling or the feeling of being interrupted to change my discipline and getting back into action, I would allow for my feelings to be driving this bus. And so motivation is a feeling and it will come and go like everything. Some days I wake up, I feel on top of the world. Sometimes I feel as though I don't know what I'm doing. And the reality is the discipline is to keep stepping. That's the action in it. So when Nick said that, I literally, like, my hand went up. I was like, yes. When he was like, because it is so true. When he said, there is a significant difference. Discipline is doing it even when you don't want to, even when it doesn't feel like fun, even when it feels scary, even when it feels brand new. Listen, the reality is that motivation is an idea. It lives in our head, and in our heart is where discipline lives. And so I loved that over in the chat when Tony asked everyone on stage, name somebody that you love. The number of people that put their own name. I saw Nick, Miss Self Love, myself, others too, Rihanna, that threw their name in first. And if you know anything about me, you know damn well this is what I do. I know Miss Self Love
Self
is one.
love. Tell about the self love rooms.
Listen,
Yes.
listen, and I know Miss Self Love does it too. She knows the truth because the reality is if you're doing it for something outside of you, that thing can always leave. It can always, you can have
Bring
turmoil in a
that back.
relationship.
Bring that back.
When you are doing something for something outside of you, it is always possible that it is impacted. It is always possible that it is taken from you, that somebody does something to you that gives you a whole lot of feelings. And if you're now doing it for that person, I invite you to think, would you stop doing it? Yeah, more than likely. If you put your reason why into something else, then it is always possible to be wavy. When you make yourself the number one reason why you show up, why you show out, why you push even when you feel like you don't want to, why you stay fucking disciplined even when your feelings are in low vibration, that is how you create success. That is where the freaking trophies are gained. That is where whatever it is you're coming to accomplish is going to happen because it's in the people who give up when the going gets tough. It's when the people that show up with sour ass energy, having negativity about everything. And so they don't feel like doing something. So they don't do shit. And then they wonder why shit isn't happening. So it is so important that we remember that motivation is a feeling and discipline is a heart measure. What kind of human being are you going to be? Are you going to be a disciplined human being? Or are you going to be someone who's littered with excuses on why it's not working? And this is all of our opportunity. So, Stack, I know you're about to do a reset. I'm going to hand it back to you, but I hope everybody remembers that discipline is a choice.
Ooh-wee! Don't play.
Oh,
Don't play. Listen, put a heart in the chat for Lindsay real quick. Y'all know what's going on, right? Media Mentors. Click the link at the top if you guys are not a member because I'm going all the way up in this club. Time to build this up. Shout outs to XP Mentor. We was in there for over 2 years going crazy. So we'll be back and forth. Media Mentors, XP Mentor, OTM, Lindsay, Wellness Warriors, Miss Manifest, the Man Mojo, all my people that's coming in, we coming in super hot, right? And that's what it's about. So put a one in the chat if you ready for, the next shit. And y'all know what I do. Let's go.
Getting split in two. My life got way realer. Playing with the millions and it turned me to a maid. Anywhere in the cash type reacted when they play with it. Statements got retracted when credit cause we sprayed. Mafioso, sipping low balls, jumping off the chopper to the yacht. Off the Gold Coast, we was sold choppers on the block, selling cocoa. Now we treating models like they thought, selling Soho. 30 million cash through these bags. They never thought I'd go this far just from a pen and pad. I see my dog kill my dog just to get a stand. He went up top, they banged him out, got that slang. Too much money and power, walk up in the spot, a bunch of steppers, we talking the chopper. Too much money and power.
Hustling 24 hours.
Too much money and power. Stumble to the pounds with a baddie in the shower. Too much money and power.
Hustling 24 hours.
I left your team in the red tape. Digging through their pockets, left their shoes unlaced. Homicide on another case. Mouth wide, gold teeth with a pale face. My Henry had impediments, but they never would leave any evidence. Your mother's still in pain, it been a few days, but you know this all it came with minimum wage. They thought it was a game till the shots rang. 6 laying on the same box frame. How you dead broke but got a dope charge? Gotta rob a bank just to post bond.
Listen, I appreciate all y'all because it's about to be crazy. We about to still get active, right? You know who I want to check in with? I want to check in with my sis, Miss Manifest, right? Because she helped me lead the last room inside the XP Mentor room, which was fire. It was dope. As y'all already know, Miss Manifest. You already know the energy, the you know what I'm saying? It's that you know what I'm saying? You already know, sis. You already know I love you for life. Go ahead, sis. It's on you. It's your stage. Miss Manifest, thank you for being here. And title inspired by brother Nick. Let's go.
Shout out to Nick. Shout out to you, Stack, my bro for life. I literally have changed my life in about a year, and you can too. Let me tell you why. If you don't know who I am, my name is Miss Manifest. I'm all about manifestation, right? That's the key. I'm going to keep it simple. Manifestation is faith, right? In order to stay disciplined, through the motivation, you have to make sure you have 100% faith. 100%. I don't care if it's friends or family telling you that it cannot happen. It will happen. It's up to your mindset and who you surround yourself with. I consistently surround myself with people that have what I'm manifesting. The frequency that I'm looking for. The frequency means the energy. This is nothing to play with, right? When we think about literally getting this year started, we have to end the year how we would like to start the year, which is the discipline and our mindset, right? The mindset is literally programming your mind with good information, good people, good energy, these type of rooms, having a schedule of abundance. I created the schedule of abundance because I thought, what's one thing that somebody needs besides 100% faith? A schedule. People don't know when they're waking up, when they're meditating, when they're speaking to the clients, when is their meetings. People need to have an aligned schedule of abundance. We're here. We're scheduled.
Hold on. If
right?
you guys agree, put a 1 in the chat. Sis about to heat it up. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree with that abundant schedule. Let's go.
Period. Abundant. What is that? That's not money. That's a frequency. We got to get excited. We got to get hyped. I'm not just like, I'm from New York, by the way, and I'm a Capricorn. I'm always hyped, right? But I made sure the only way that I am going to win in this world, in this lifetime, in my purpose, is if I surround myself with people that is like-minded, and you should too. It's never about you. It's about how you can help the others, right? Now that's manifestation and believing it, writing it down. Because you can schedule it in your mind, but if it's not written down, it's just a wish. So we got to get turned up. Make sure you're following click the little media mentors, a little link right about how do you stay disciplined. Make sure you add yourself and schedule this in. This is going to be a room that's going to be powerful for the rest of your life. As long as this room is powerful and moving, you can too. There's no, I always say, I don't have a friend or a family member that's positive. This is an active app. Active. This is not a dead app. People complaining that the Clubhouse app changed. You got to have the disciplined mindset that this app will change your life. It has changed my life. I made thousands on this app. Why? Because I stayed disciplined. I didn't care if it was one person in my room. You can too. This is a power hour.
Yo, sis, hold on. And I really want them to know about that, about you, sis. It don't care if it was 2 or 3 people in the room, Lindsay. Hey, you hear me, fam? She was still there showing up for the people until that shit grew. This is why I rock with Miss Manifest, and she met me in real life. This is real life shit. This ain't no, yeah, Clubhouse is cool, blah 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 blah. But when you meet real life, this is real shit. You feel me? It didn't matter if the room was small, one person, it didn't matter for her. She still built that shit up. So sis, what real quick, my question for you is what gave you the motivation to still keep going? Cause as
Tell you.
we can see and as I can see, your presence changed, you got into magazines, you got into this shit that I was, we all helped out with. So let's talk about it. Let's lay it
Let's
out.
talk about it. Yeah, I'll give some more room for everybody else too, because I'm gonna keep it short. What kept me going was my mom. Say hi, mom.
Hey
Hi. That's it.
mommy,
Period.
let's
Right? And
go.
your wife. You gotta have a wife. My grandmother, she adopted me. I'm from New York. It's big energy. She has big energy. She raised me like this, right? So it's very important to me. Then people like Dorothy, Letitia, Angelic Vibes, everybody in this room, right? Those three people I just mentioned, Dorothy, Angelic Vibes, Letitia, those are people that work with me one on one. Those people have success. That's what keeps me going. Because if I see people having success, I'm going to keep going. Even if I didn't see people have success, I'm still going to keep going. It's my mindset. We got to win together, y'all. We got to get hungry. So what kept me motivated is working with people like Stack. Being in magazines help your credibility. My credibility came from me believing in myself, getting in alignment with the right people. So there's no reason why you shouldn't fail. Well, you should fail. You shouldn't at all. Because if your mindset is correct, you're never going to fail. That shouldn't even be an option, right? You only course correct when you're manifesting. But Stack, I'm gonna give it back to you. Shout out to everybody in the room. I wish out every single person, but I want to respect the time of this room. So, bro, I got you. Thank you for all your success that you have been leading with the world with and helping me to align with that vibration and everybody in this room. Let's go. And my business bestie, Miss Self Love. Let's go.
We listen, we in the building, right? I told y'all. It's gotta be a fire ass room, right? Miss Self Love, it's like tag team with y'all. As soon as I hear from Miss Manifest, I gotta hear from Miss Self Love too. You know what I'm saying? So Miss Self Love, if you're available, can you tap into the topic and how you feeling? Because they don't know that you the reason why the podcast stays alive. That you tell that message and you always reiterate it. So please, Miss Self Love, over to you. Thank you for being.
Yes, let's go, Stack, Miss Manifesto. Let me give everybody the horn. I'm excited.
Wee!
Oh my goodness. Literally staying disciplined. Your why is important. But what is the pain? Pain moved me to move. Right? A
Hold
breakup is
up.
a
Wait,
wake
don't say that. Don't say that too quick, Miss Self Love. Say that one more time and put a one in the chat if y'all agree with Miss Self Love. Say that again. That first line. You thought you was slick, huh?
pain caused me to move. Pain put the fire under my butt. What is the pain point? Are you eating too good? Are you hungry? Are you uncomfortable or are you comfortable? I was not comfortable. What are you not going back to? Staying motivated, what are you not going back to? I'm not going back to no toxic job. I'm not going back to no toxic relationships. I'm not going back to no toxic friendships. I'm not going back to I'm not going back to being broken. What are you not going back to? That's how you're going to move. Because if you don't move, if you stay still, you end up going backwards, back into what you didn't like, back to the pain. If you stay still and you don't move and you don't hang around the proper people, pain is what made me move. A breakup is a wake up. It has over 180,000 downloads because the pain made me move. What is making you move? Some people too comfortable. Maybe you are comfortable. But you got to get uncomfortable. I was not comfortable and I'm not going backwards. So that's what keeps me motivated. Being around in this collaboration in this room with Stack with the Pack, with Miss Manifest, and Saya, everyone in here staying in collaboration. Make sure you are not going backwards. You have to keep moving forward, right? And understand your why. So I'm excited to be here. Thank you, Stack with the Pack, for having me speak.
Wee! Look, Miss Self Love's in the building. I want you guys to really tap in. Everybody that comes in is gonna have a strong voice, a strong coming from where they come. You know what I'm saying? How do you stay disciplined through motivation? We're in a power hour. Y'all know it's supposed to be a power hour, right? Let's go. If y'all want to keep sharing, I need to hear from some more people. We need to keep this rocking. Ha, over to you. Thank you for coming, Ha. Thank you. Over to you. Let's keep it
Hi.
rocking.
Hey everyone. I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. Love to be in here. Great topic. It's really funny. I was in Florida last week, right? And then the last day, which is Thanksgiving Day, I actually got sick. I actually got sick the last day. And my flight got delayed, and I didn't get home until like 8 o'clock. So by that time, everybody had their Thanksgiving dinner already, right? And I looked at my fridge, I'm like, oh man, I didn't even of course I didn't do groceries or whatever. But then on Friday, I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna focus on work. I'm just gonna relax. I'm just not gonna look at my laptop. I'm just gonna rest and take care of my body. And then Saturday, I wake up, my back goes out, right? My back goes out. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, I have so much work I need to do. I gotta start on Monday. And I was in so much pain. I was in excruciating pain. I'm like, okay, let me tell you, couldn't even walk. I actually had to like hold on to like doors and cabinets to walk to the bathroom. Okay, that's how much in pain I was walking. Like the walk of the Walking Dead, like the zombies. That's how I was walking. It was eased up a little bit. I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I gotta work, but I'm like, I need to go to the chiropractor to straighten this out. And I packed up my stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I'll go to Starbucks. I'll get focused and put my laptop in. And I saw my wallet. And I'm like, you know what? I don't need anything in my wallet. I have everything on my phone. So if I need to pay anything, I can pay everything on my phone. I don't know what was wrong with me. I got my Uber. I'm like, you know what? Let me go to the bank and withdraw some money. And then I didn't realize at that time, I'm like, shit, my ID is in my wallet. And I couldn't get any cash out. So I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to my chiropractor. Well, my chiropractor's cool. He only charged me like $15, to crack. And I was in so much pain. I got in there and he was able to crack it out, and I'm walking great. But I said to him, I'm like, listen, I try to get to the bank. I'm having the worst day ever. You know, can I get you the next time? I just need a favor card today, and I'll get you the next time I come. And he's like, don't you worry about it. I know you'll be back. I trust you. And I'm like, whew, all right, cool. So I got the Uber. So I got out, went to the Uber, went to Starbucks, crammed out my day. I'm like, great, I got a lot of things done. Gotta catch up. Then I thought to myself, I'm like, you know what? I don't have any food at home. You know what? I'll get a rotisserie chicken, get some grocery shopping done. So I ordered an Uber, get to the groceries, right? And I realized my membership card, my Costco membership card, I'm like, it's in my wallet. I'm like, damn it. It's like, oh man. So I had to go to the counter, and the lady's like, what do you have as an ID? I'm like, my driver's license in my wallet. Nope, I don't have that either. But she's like, do you have anything on your phone with your name on it? Yes, I do. And she's like, you know what? We'll pull it through. And thank God we pulled it through, right? And then so strangely, it was so weird. This guy taps me on the shoulder that normally gives me a ride home sometimes to carry my waters up sometimes instead of using Uber. He's like, how was your Thanksgiving? I'm like, oh, my Thanksgiving is great. How was yours? And blah, blah, blah. So I grabbed my stuff. And as I was paying out and I was going to get an Uber home, my phone dies. And I didn't realize I was at my last charge. So I actually had to go to him because normally I usually ask him when I have to carry, like, I live on the third floor. So when I buy cases of water, he has to help me to carry it back up. And then and I'm like, sir, he's like, you want me to help you carry it home? I'm like, yeah, but you know what? I'm having a really bad day. I can't give you cash today. Can I just, play my favorite card, and I'll just catch you the next round? And he's like, get in here. Let me take you home. I trust you. But that was my weekend. Just to tell you. But always stay motivated. Stay focused. You never know, and then you never. What I say is important to keep on going, because you don't know. Sometimes you might need a favor card, and it actually works. And it actually works for you to do what you need to do. So stay disciplined, be motivated, but while while you're while you're in, you never know when you're in a strange time, and like, normally I'm very together, just how stupid is it that I leave my wallet at home? And that's why it's so important, to do the right things all the time, because if I didn't do the right things, I wouldn't be able to use my favorite card. So always be motivated, always be disciplined, because you never know when you have to play the favorite card. I'm telling you, it works. Back up to you. I hope that helps.
I appreciate you, hard luck. We in the building. This is a great topic. Everybody's gonna come in, get to share. How do you stay disciplined through motivation? This topic was inspired by brother Nick, right? We was going crazy. I know Nick had to jump out. He had some things to do, but we gonna keep the conversation still rolling. I still want to talk about it. I still want to share. There's still people down. Come up to the top if you want to talk about this. Ping the room up and share the room up if you want to talk about this. How do you stay disciplined through motivation? This is supposed to be a power hour. It's supposed to be over right now. Right now. But it looks like there's more people that want to share. And if you guys still want to share, throw something in the chat. What's going on? Where y'all at in the chat? Hold on. What y'all doing? Listen, if y'all still want to share, because this is supposed to be a power hour. I gotta go to my bro Danny. But if y'all still want to share, y'all gotta get up in the chat. Somebody gotta get up in the chat.
Man, come
KB,
on,
somebody.
listen, man. Let's go,
What's
man.
up, man? Somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I still want to talk about the discipline, the motivation, right? If y'all still want to continue this, let's go in. Who want to come in next? Who's grabbing this
Let
mic?
me get
Please
a
grab this mic.
chance real quick.
What's
Y'all,
good,
cause
man?
y'all know
Who's
I'm
coming
at
in?
work, so I gotta chop it
All
up
right,
real
KB,
quick.
and then pass it to Danny right after you,
I
KB. I'm
bet.
gonna go to
Listen,
Danny.
man. Basically, how I discipline myself, the motivation, bro. I get up every day at 5 a.m. I get up every day at 5 a.m. I go for a walk. I manifest my day out, and I keep it moving. Even if I don't stick to the script, something else might pop up. Something else might pop up during my day. You know what I mean? So I'm in right now. I'm going through houses, like they got house openings. So me and my partner is going through different houses because we trying to open a whole lot of Airbnbs. So y'all can have somewhere to stay when y'all come to Florida. You know what I mean? So that's what my hand in right now. In the midst of that, I'm working on an album that I have to have out by the 29th of February. So I'm under hella pressure. And every day I still get up with a smile on my face, motivation. I work every fucking day, 2 jobs. And on top of that, I gotta, oh yeah, in between work, guess what I gotta do? I gotta go look at houses. Or I gotta let me hear this beat real quick. So I'm always busy, man. And no matter how busy I am, I always got time for the people who had time for me. Stacks ain't know me from a can of spray paint. He believed in me. He seen something to me that I ain't even seen myself. And I see myself vividly. Like I see myself in situations where I know I'm gonna come out on top. You know what I mean? So the people that surround you is who you are. If you don't believe in yourself, nobody's gonna believe in you. Like nobody's gonna take that time out to put time into you if you don't have time to put into yourself. There's a lot of people in this fucking world who wake up every day with excuses, who wake up every day that's bums, who wake up every day and don't want to do shit, bro. I'm in Florida by myself. I don't have no family out here. I don't have nobody out here. I'm out here rocking. You would think you think I'm from this bitch, how much they like me out here. And I only did it because where I'm from is so small and there's so much hate and there's a dark cloud over my city. So it's like, I'm from Trenton, New Jersey, straight hood, straight gutter. But a lot of people see me, I got dreads, tattoos on my neck. They think, oh yeah, we can't conversate. Well, as soon as I start talking, it's different. They get a whole different vibe because I'm versatile. I know how to be professional and I know how to be an asshole. So it depends on which one you want. Because sometimes when you want something, you gotta be determined, no matter what. No matter who's looking at you funny, no matter what they gotta say, none of that. You walk in that bitch like you own that bitch. I walk in every room like God sent me. You hear me? I don't
Let's
need
go,
nothing.
KB.
I
Let's
don't
go,
need no wax
KB.
unturned. Like I walk in every man. There's a lot of rooms I walk in that they told me I wasn't allowed in. You hear me? When I got my real estate license, I had a criminal background. I got my shit expunged. I don't have a background no more. They told me I couldn't work in no office because I had a background. They closed the door on my face. Guess what? I don't even work with them no more. I don't even want to work with y'all. I got mad people on the outside, on the outskirts, who don't got businesses, and we just doing this shit from being partners. You get what I'm saying? Like a whole bunch of them people that say these people not gonna work with you. These people want to work with me. You know why? They be like, damn, KB, you got a vibe that's just you got vibe and energy that just you can just adapt to. Man, I listen, when I said I walk in every room like God sent me, I meant that shit. Bro, because I've been turned around a lot, bro. And ain't nobody turning me around no more. So listen, if you're determined and it's something that you want to do, if you don't have the money to do it, bro, nobody's gonna believe in you. You have to want to do it. You have to, bro. Because if you don't want to do it, why should we believe that we should step out of our comfort zone and help you do it if you're not gonna want to do it? That's all I gotta say right now. You feel me? I gotta get back to work. I'm training
Look,
somebody, but
I
listen,
appreciate
man, it's all
KB.
love, bro.
Woo! KB, know what it is. This is why I brought KB through. Look, right after Danny, we gonna get up out of here. I told y'all power hour, quick power hour. I'm coming back tomorrow. Y'all already know I'm coming back in with another one. Whole team going crazy. Look, Danny, what's going on, bro? Over to you. Let's go. If he's
What's
here,
going
let's
on,
go.
man? It's been a while, you know.
What's good, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've
How
been
you feel
busy.
about the topic, Danny,
I'm
man?
busy.
How do you stay disciplined through motivation, man? Thank you for pulling up, brother.
Uh, no, man. Anything, you know, I'm here for you, man. Um, I, man, I wouldn't say it's motivation for me. It's my goals. It's what I want. Um, you know, I've always been a hard worker. Um, throughout everything that I've done through my boxing career, through businesses that I started, and everything I have going on today. You know, it's been my work ethic. I noticed something, and I was having a conversation with somebody the other day about this, and um, I don't stand, I don't relate to a lot of people, because I operate differently just from, like, you gotta understand, like, 18 years I had, you know, I mean, I boxed professionally for 18 years. That was my career. I didn't know anything other than hard work. And I mean, we were doing, you know, 4 hour gym sessions 3 times a day, you know, running 6 miles, sometimes 10, just awkward hours. And I didn't know anything else. And then when I transferred that over to business, it's pretty much been the same thing. I don't have an off switch. And I hear a lot of people, you know, that I talk to, they don't understand that. They treat it as like an obsession, which it is. Um, they treat it as like there's something wrong with me, which maybe there is, you know. But the point is that my discipline comes from what I want. Like I just, you know, it is what it is. I don't, like, that's where my motivation comes from. So I don't, I I just, you know, it's just been, everybody has their own experiences in life. Everybody has their own experiences of what they've been through, and everybody has wants and desires different things, you know. So I really feel the discipline is going to come from what it is that you want. And if, you know, I looked up the definition, and it was saying, in the definition itself, it said, you know, the practice of making people obey rules or standards of behavior and punishing them when they do not. Well, I mean, the way I look at it, if you're not disciplined in going after what it is, or if you don't have the discipline in what it is that you want to go after, you are going to get punished. The punishment is going to be you're not going to get it, you know. So I mean, that's you know, that's my take on that. I don't know any other. I mean, there's so many different ways that I can attack this, and I can go out. You know, we could conversate about, you know, this topic right here. But I mean, for me, it doesn't really come from the motivation. The motivation comes from what it is that I want, man. You know, I think of Mike, right, Tyson, and he said this. He said this once. He was like, you know, discipline is doing something. And I heard somebody say something like this. Discipline is doing something that you hate and doing it like you love it. And I do things every single day that I don't like, that I hate, and I do it because I need to do it. You know, when I was in the gym, you know, when I first started boxing, my first time stepping in the gym, I was 17. I thought I knew how to fight until I got a rude awakening, and I got beat up every day, and I hated it. I hated getting hit in the face. I hated, you know, a lot of the things. Look, even fast forward, I used to hate track. We used to run. We used to have track day 5 a.m. And that was the one thing I used to hate. And it was just running. We had to do quarter miles in under a minute, and it would depend on how many rounds we're fighting. And I felt like there were sometimes I felt my heart was gonna explode. Like, that's how bad my heart was beating. And I'm there gasping for air. And my trainer's, you know, with the stopwatch, and he's just like, "All right, you ready to go?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "All right, go." And and I had to take off again, you know, and it sucked. But I would be in best shape. Like, I was in the best shape. And then there were also times where we had rough days. I mean, some days you just have bad days in the gym, and it sucked, And I knew that, I didn't, I wasn't on my A game. I knew that, I mean, I wasn't catching the shots that I needed to catch, and I wasn't throwing the shots that I needed to throw. And there was one time I ended up, yeah, you get injuries. It's a contact sport, cracked ribs, put me out for 6 weeks, and I relate that over to business also, and it's the same thing. It's like there's times where, if I'm making phone calls, I get hung up on. It sucks. I talk to people, I want to do a deal, the deal falls through. It sucks because it's taking me longer to hit the targets that I want to hit. But the discipline from that is I don't care. I just keep pushing. I don't know anything. I don't know anything other than to do that. And I guess that's just the way I've been programmed. But I don't take it away from other people that are not able to do that. It's just again, it just comes back to what it is that I originally said. It really comes down to what it is that you want. If you want something, then you need to go out there and get it. And that's the discipline behind it. Not listening to people that are going to tell you they can't do it. Um, and fighting through all the obstacles, that makes it difficult. Because I mean, at the end of the day, who said anything in life was going to be easy? But I'll stop there, man. I know there's other people that want to jump in, but I hope that was
Look, I
enough.
appreciate you.
Nah,
Look, Danny, I appreciate that because it's about to be that time to end the room. You know what I'm saying? I wanted Danny to be the last. She was supposed to be a power hour. We went 10 minutes over the power hour. If you guys enjoyed the conversation, put a 1 in the chat ASAP. Put a 1 in the chat ASAP if you guys enjoyed the conversation. I'm coming back in tomorrow, 2 p.m. sharp, ASAP. Whole Media Mentors crew, and click the link at the top if you guys want to become a member. There's going to be moderation roles, community roles, and join the Facebook group at mediamentors.vip. God damn it. We're going all the way in. Before 2024 even gets here, we're going all the way in. Click the link at the top. I'm out of here. I'm out.
Like 40 more, walked in with 40,000. I'm up in all the stores. From Baltimore, and she love Dior. She throw 100 clips when it rains it pours. Shorty like it's sexy. She like giving Becky. Sexy like she driving Lexus. Bad gon' smack the reverend. Spin your block like Tetris. Longhorn, Texas. I can't no fat, never. I'm young and reckless. I said I'm shooting proper. I make them cha-cha, I'm a vodka. I'm boom your casa. They do the cucaracha. I order steak with lobster. After I smoke my purple shots at Noble, no I'm global. I'm on a different time. My feet is diamond dancing. This ain't no S I stole. I'm smoking restaurant. Ice on my neck, I'm freezing. If you do something, I'm leaving.